should be able to plug this thing in my... I haven't been on YouNow for like a whole week. I don't know, it's really kind of weird coming back on here. There. There, and you don't see it on. Hey, what's up, people? Yeah, so I wasn't on this week just because I'm so busy, like, in my job. It's like taking photos and stuff and writing stories, and I still have to write a story about a hockey game that happened last night. I was waiting at the arena until like 11:30. 11:30. I was like, what the heck? And I got home at like 12. Hi, what's up? Yeah, let me see what it actually sounds like, because I had the volume up super high. Oh, okay. Oh my god, that makes my fro turn into like a tiny thing. I didn't even notice. Okay. Yeah, I better share this actually. I have to clean up today. I had to do a bunch of spring cleaning. And I'm going through some photography books actually. Well, first I'm going through the Rihanna edition of Elle magazine, because she's like really big right now. So I'm going through that. I still haven't finished my September issue, so I'm gonna do a little review of that. But I found my London book where it talks about like London architecture and history and stuff, and photography, obviously. Pretty cool. My sister lives in London. I've been to London many times. It's just like going, I don't know, on a road trip or something. It's kind of weird how many people in my family and like my closest friends now live over there. I don't see the appeal. I think Canada is pretty safe. So I live here. It was weird. I had a chat with one of the other reporters the other night, and as we were waiting for comments and stuff, I don't know. Hey, person from YouNow who's watching, what's up? I'm gonna put the link to my YouTube channel in. Actually, I have to do a new video on YouTube. Like I said, I took like 3 days away or 4 days away from YouTube. Usually I'm doing something every single day, and I've just been too busy to do any of that stuff. Like last night was the first night that I actually got 8 hours of sleep. So I'm just kind of chilling again. Right? I better share this. You can always follow me on Snapchat too. That's a little bit better because I'm always on Snapchat. Okay, let's see. What are the filters? You're supposed to be looking at... Okay, it's working. There's one where you have to spin, and it's just like, what the heck is up with it? This is so creepy, actually. Oh, it's so cute. Well, at least I find it cute. Oh, did it not take a proper picture? It like got rid of the filter. Why? Why? Okay, there. I don't know. My phone's weird. I had to put some makeup on. I'm not wearing any makeup, so you can see like my skin. I'm having some sort of reaction. I thought it was just like a little breakout here where I still have like dark spots and stuff. I'm like obsessed with my skin, if you didn't know. I'm putting a filter on it. It's 14 degrees. I don't want to say where I live. What the heck? It didn't do... I'm sorry, that's messed up. Yeah, it didn't do the one I was looking for. Whatever. I'm gonna do another tutorial on Snapchat and like a social media tutorial instead of just photography and stuff. And I might do one on Twitter, because like people want to know how to use Twitter on your phone and stuff. So like for older people, not for younger people. Almost everybody who's younger knows how to use Twitter already. I'm gonna do my makeup on this broadcast too. But I got my skull pants on. Well, one of my skull pants. My red skull pants. Let's see. It's gonna be a good Halloween. I don't know if I'm gonna like dress up for Halloween. I thought about just wearing like a skeleton costume or something like that. I don't usually go completely out anymore. All out. Hi, Suru. Hi, Too Fast For You. Oh, so I was coming home yesterday, and sorry, this is nothing to do with social media right now, but I was coming home yesterday, and I'm driving on the highway, so it's like 110 kilometers an hour, and then you get in the city and it's 80, and this person like speeding by me, and I was like, normally when I just want to go home and I'm freaking tired, I don't care about other drivers. If you're speeding, I'll just move out of your way and let you be stupid. So I move out of the way, and we're going over a bend. And I usually don't look right in front of me. I look like, 100 feet, 200 feet ahead just in case, because I drive on the highway a lot. And, things are unexpected. I look up and it's pitch black. It's 12 o'clock. And there's a huge accident with like all 4 lanes of traffic backed up. And so like I quickly got into like the far right lane where people were going slowly but still moving. And that person, I've never heard it was almost an accident. Like they're screeching their tires that hard. It's because they're speeding. I was like, holy shit. But anyhow, I drove by, and so I'm driving by really slowly. Somebody let me in. I was really, really thankful for that. Usually you have to wait a while before people let you in, but this person let me in. I looked over just as I was driving by, because you have to drive like 20 or 30 kilometers an hour, like really slow. And there's like the first 2 cop cars, and you can't see anything because the lights are so bright and blue and red and everything. And then there's a smart car, those stupid cars, those tiny little cars that only seat 2 people. And so that's why this year they're trying to rebrand it. This year I don't want to say anything bad about their company, but one of those car to goes, you could tell it was that because it was white and blue. It's for people who don't want to actually buy their own car. They want to ride share. But this year they're getting like full-size cars, like Mercedes and stuff, so that people don't have to drive those little cars. Like I would never get into a smart car, especially in this area when winter is coming, because one blow, just like by this accident, and you're dead. But anyhow, so there's one of those cars. You could tell what it was right away. And the thing that goes through your mind, right? When you see an accident with like 4 cars, and then there was another car that was like in the, where how they have bridges, and one other car was under the bridge too. It was just like, holy crap. But then a cop car was like blocking the car. So I was like, did the police car run into them, or are they just hiding a bad scene from people so people can't see it? Anyhow, it was messed up, and all this traffic, like hundreds of cars backed up. And so yeah, but that's why people don't like drive those cars, because like if it's one, like if you get in an accident with a truck, you'll survive, if you probably, but if you get in an accident with that, it's just, there's nowhere to go, right? There's no space, there's no like big hood, there's no passenger compartment, it's just the front 2 seats. Anyhow, so I was just really surprised that a bad accident like that could happen at night. But that's just speeding. But I don't know what caused the accident, really. But it was like multiple vehicles. But those cars, I don't believe that you should be ride sharing that way. Like personally, I think that if you are going to have a ride sharing business, you have to make sure that those people have proper insurance. Like, they should have individual insurance themselves. Because can you imagine you're going on a ride-sharing thing and you don't have personal insurance? Like, I'm sure that the company has collision insurance. But do they have liability? Anyhow, so think about it. If you're on a ride-sharing thing, you don't have a specific type of insurance. And then you don't know the qualifications of that driver. If they don't have a car of their own, that means they're not driving every day. And if they're not driving every day, it means they're not practicing driving every day. So that means that they don't shoulder check every day. That means that they don't, know how to drive on ice every day, or drive in winter. They don't know that there's black ice. That's the thing that I can't stand about the ride-sharing program. And it's not like Uber. This is something where people go to a designated area through an app and they pick up an actual car. And that's these tiny little 2-door smart cars. Like, it seats only 2 people. And it's like, what the fuck? If I can understand maybe if it was somebody who, used to drive all the time, and then for some reason they had to sell their car. or they live in the city and they don't want to have a car, but they want to like share a car, you know, and not have the expense of paying for gas and insurance and repairs and all that stuff on a car. I could understand something like that, but they should make sure that, you know, if you're going to drive one of those cars, you should have like, I don't know, maybe 3 hours of driving every week at least. They have to come up with a way to ensure that the people who are taking those cars are driving all the time and have the experience of driving, because like that's not the first accident with one of those little cars. And people, I can't stand this. It is kind of funny in a way, but what they do is they don't know how to park, right? And it's a small car because they don't drive often. And so instead of parallel parking properly, and so they get between a full-size car and another full-size car. And, you know, people who drive full-size cars, they leave enough space so they can either reverse or they can pull forward and pull out. They park their car in between in that little space because it's small enough. And so it blocks the two other cars from being able to get out. It's so stupid. I've seen people drive like that into it. It's just like, what are you doing, man? Anyhow, I wanted to tell that story because it was really shocking and everything last night. I gotta do my makeup. Yeah, I took some hockey pictures last night. Maybe I'll show it later on in the broadcast. Hey, Turbo Lover. Hey, new people from YouNow, anonymous YouNowers. I can't see your name on there, but you're there. Go visit my YouTube channel. It's up there. I'm actually going to do a new video today. But yeah, I took some, like, I don't know if it's a junior B team or AA team, hockey pictures last night and did an interview and everything like that. So the story should be out on Tuesday. Actually, if you go to my Twitter page, I'm going to repost a bunch of the pictures that I took. I went to this brewery thing with a concert, which was really cool. Place was packed full of people. It was cool. Like, you know what I mean by packed, like where you have to kind of shimmy between bodies to get forward if you need to get somewhere. So there's that. And then I'm watching this movie Dune right now, if that's what you can hear in the background. But what else did I do? I went to this other concert, and it's one of those like dinners and a show, like a kind of like a music society that does it. And I waited and waited and waited, and the game started. I was like, oh God, I have to run from this place to the next, and I had to submit pictures and all that. So I was just like, no. So I didn't get to go back to the other concert. So whatever. But we have stock photos from that. But I went to this one thing where it's like a fun casino where they give you like Monopoly money, and then you get to go, and it's like a real casino, but you've got Monopoly money, and everybody's got $50,000 of it to start. And then at the end of the night, you trade in your money for real stuff like gifts and prizes and money and stuff. I couldn't believe it. It was cool. Hi, Gregor Na. Hi, Ziad. How's it going, people? I found my black Barbie. I don't look like her right now because I don't have makeup and glasses. Maybe I should like paint the glasses on her. Hey, hi, Michael Vick. What's up? I never shared it. I should have shared the broadcast. Okay, I'm gonna share it. I just took a snap of myself, but I didn't actually put anything on it. It was just stupid. I can't tell. I'm just like, I get distracted really easily right now. Oh, what's this? They have a new one. Oh my God, that's so cute. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh. You can follow me on Snapchat. I'm just gonna like share this broadcast on Snapchat. Oh. I'm gonna put up my snap code here too so you guys can see. Normally I'm really busy, but today and tomorrow are my days off now. They switched my days off, so my days off are on like Sundays, and that's my snap code, so you can just scan it if you want. Hi, Bryson! Yeah. And so now it's weird. My days off are like Sundays and Mondays. I'm like, okay. Anyhow, I still have to like do work on Sunday. It's really strange. Like the day the work bled over Like they had me working until like 12 o'clock at night last night, almost 11:30 at night. And so obviously I'm gonna have to do stuff the next day to catch up. When they make the nail sound. What? Oh, sorry, I should have read the rest of them. You know when people tap their fingers on a table in a row? Yeah? You mean, can you hear that? But screeching on a chalkboard, that's what these are good for. Did I say when I went to Starbucks the other day, like a week and a bit ago, the clerk was like, "Your nails are my life." I was like, what? Although I have a defective hand. Like, this hand is perfect. And then look at this hand. It's like, you have two, or sorry, well, I can't do it. You have two good nails and then the rest are messed up. I don't know. Yeah. Hi, Abu Ting. Yeah. I don't know, I've gotta read this new magazine that's got Rihanna on the front. I was showing everybody. I was like, yay, this is the one that my mother stole from me. She didn't steal it, but she pilfered it before I got to pick up the mail. I was like, can you take it down from me? Anyhow, she likes fashion just as much as me, so I can see that. Oh, look at that. Fenty Beauty. Yes, I'm gonna put on that makeup today here on this channel. I took a bunch of pictures on my Instagram, but I've got to take a couple better pictures to show. And this girl, I was wearing the highlighter yesterday. That's another thing I went to, which is totally crazy. I'm gonna go get my camera so you guys can see it. I took a picture and some video of these kids doing a fundraiser to go to Peru so they can build schools for people in Peru, which was like amazing, right? But the fundraiser was they were smashing a car. So a company gave them a used car and they like spray painted all over it. And for like $10, you could smash the life out of the car. The windows were smashed, the headlights. I was like, people getting their aggression out. It was crazy. I took a bunch of pictures and I will put them up as well, but I've already submitted them. Hi, what's your name? I can't say it, man. I don't know how to say it. The person with like the anonymous thing on it. What is it? 60 hours or 60H4. Spicy man. What? Could you try doing that a lot if this sound is relaxing? Sorry for asking. I don't find it relaxing. I just find it a little weird. Yeah. Hi, Binda. That's funny. Okay. Anyhow, this hockey game, I took so many fight pictures. I know. Like, I'm from a place in Canada where, like, everybody plays hockey. And when I moved here, I was just like, you know, people are all upset about it's a different mentality. Because, like, where I used to live, it was like Hockey Central, right? When there was a fight, people press against the glass and they're like, fight, 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 fight. And they like to see people punch their life out of each other. And then at the end, the guys, you know, shake hands. They're like, yeah, thanks for a good fight, blah, blah, blah. Everybody likes it. But now here, well, the only thing I saw was these two little kids who were like against the glass going, fight, 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 fight. But all the adults were like, no fighting and stuff. I was just like, what's going on here? It was weird. Hi, Deshaun. Hi, Morgan. I'm your favorite channel. Okay, I'll resume the finger tapping. You know what it reminds me of? That Monty Python and the Holy Grail movie. I was actually watching it a little while ago, and it's like the part where King Arthur's got like the two coconuts, and he's like, and instead of riding horses, they hit the coconuts together to make the sound of horses' hooves. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyhow, yeah, I've got to upload. I think I took like maybe 800 pictures of hockey, so I've got to upload a bunch of those. I'm going to actually be right back, and I'm going to get the camera so you can see it because it was awesome. Okay, be right back, people. I'm gonna put the link to my YouTube channel in again so you can see it. BRB. Back. Oh. I'm just trying to open the camera bag. Okay, so I want to show you guys the camera. So this is gonna sound weird, but what are you saying? What? It's really relaxing to me. Thank you for doing it so much. Anyway, I could watch it for a while too. Hi, Frank. Anyhow, yeah, so I'm talking about this hockey game I was taking pictures of. So when I take pictures of a hockey game, sometimes people look at me weird, but it's like, I don't know, I think that it's the best way to take pictures. So, and there's this other photographer that I work with who does the same technique. So what you do, your lens can only go so long, and you don't want to use a super long lens. So sure, like if you're taking football or baseball or something like that, sure, you want to use a super long lens because you're outside, it's sunny, it's freaking bright. But if you're in an arena and it's not like an Olympic quality arena, it's so dark compared to like an Olympic quality, the lights aren't on, right? Not all of them are on. Anyhow, so you don't use a super long lens because it's more glass, if it makes any sense. Like, say like you have a lens like this, there's a tiny bit of glass in it, right? So when you take a picture of something that's somewhat bright, it's going to stay bright. But if you have a lens with a super, super long, then it's got like a ton of glass and reflecting that the light has to do inside of the lens before it gets to the end that's attached to the camera. So by the time it gets to the end that's attached to the camera, it's going to be dull, right? Hi, sly one. Hey, Mike. Anyhow, so I don't use a super long lens. I use like a medium lens, like a little bit longer, the Sigma lens that's in there. Let's see. I'll use like this one to take pictures of like halfway to the blue line. And then I'll just get up and move and walk and take another picture. I don't use the big long lens. And then in the corners, I take pictures with this lens, which is just a portrait lens. It's a 50 lens. But if you put it right against the plexiglass, it's like you're looking right at the player through the glass and you can't see the glass anymore. And it's super fast and super bright. Right? See how fast that was? Anyhow. So, I was going to show you a picture that's like pretty close up, if you can see. I'm just shooting it straight through the glass, like the plexiglass. So it's pretty good. You don't need to have a super long lens, right? Hi, Robert. Anyhow, so I was just showing how you can use something like this. You don't have to have like a super wonderful camera. You always see people like with the camera, and it's like, what are you doing, man? All you need to take is 1, 2, 3 pictures, check. Take another 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Anyhow, you can take pictures however you like, you know. For this game, I took 482 pictures in that 1 hour. Oh, it looks like I got a part where it was like fuzzy. Anyhow, there were a couple of parts where it was like, you know, fights and stuff. Like that. Oh, lots of fights in this game. But that's cool to have fights in hockey. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. But, Why did I put the freaking lens cap? Maybe I threw it in there. Oh, I did. Okay. Anyhow, I just used that one for like corners and stuff. It's too bad. I must have like formatted the pictures. So even if you wanted to see them, you couldn't. You can probably see them if I like retweet it. I put a couple of them on our Twitter page, so maybe I'll like retweet it. But I just have the hockey pictures on this now. I just have to remind myself not to like take them off before. I went to a really cool hockey game actually the day before this one. And it was like an alumni hockey game with like semi-professional people playing the former NHL players. I was just like... But the cool part was they let me get in the penalty box and reach over to take a picture of the NHL players in the bench. I was like, yes! Yeah, it was cool. Anyhow, enough photography talk. I just want to put that stuff away. Oh, I do need to get a new camera, and I keep saying that, but maybe I'll just go on Amazon.com and buy the same camera that I have. I'm getting cold. I think it's because I'm not moving around a lot. And that weird woo sound, I don't know if you can hear it, sounds like an owl. Woo. That's my washer. Like I said, I have to do a whole bunch of chores. I should show you guys. I need to get like a what is it called, a bookshelf, a brand new like huge bookshelf or like rack system to put the books on, not a regular bookshelf, because like all of the back wall is books. The whole back wall is books. So I need, and then there's some more, you know, science books over there, and because I used to study computer science, and it's just full of stuff, and I need something proper to put it on. I have like small bookshelves, but I need like one big unit now, which really sucks. I don't feel like putting on makeup. I have the big makeup bag here, box there. There's my makeup, but I don't really feel like doing it. You can't really tell that if I go like that, you can tell I've got like spots, but without it, you can't. I'm going to put the Fenty makeup on actually, but I'm going to take off these headphones. I can hear you guys really clearly with them on. That's what I like about it. But yeah, I love the fact that I turn to the page and it's like the specific makeup that I'm wearing. Anyhow. Yeah, it was weird. Some girl I saw, she was like, I like your highlighter. I use this highlighter and it's called Trophy Wife. Kilowatt highlighter, Trophy Wife. It's the one that everybody's like dying over, and I was just like, oh my god, I should have got the rose gold one. Actually, I like that one a lot better. I thought it was prettier, but because everybody had Trophy Wife, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife. So I'm gonna put it on. God, that made my fro get super small. Such a fine suit. I noticed that it's, well, at least I find it really, really messy. So that's the Fenty Beauty foundation. I don't want to get my chair dirty. And there's the primer. I hate to be lame, but would you be cool tapping for a long while? You are funny. I don't think I can tap with just like one hand. Oh my god. Actually, there is something that's going to change with my Snapchat account. I got some spam actually on Snapchat, like in the last week, a lot of it. So I'm just going to, like, I'll follow people and stuff, but you won't be able to send me replies. Like, I won't reply back to them. Anyhow, that's what the primer looks like. It's really weird. It's like wearing a mask. Like, if you've never worn makeup before, I don't know if that kind of explains it, but it's like wearing a mask. You're putting like the first layer of a mask on your face. Can you imagine a whole video just for tapping? That would be weird. Why don't you do tapping and put it on a podcast and then you could listen to it over and over again on a loop? Oh, you know what is really cool? I'm changing the music for my YouTube channel slightly for some of the videos. And I'm using a program called Fruity Loops to do it, where it like has a preloaded set of like hundreds of loops of tracks that you can change the tone and the pitch, and you can speed it up or make it slower again. It's really awesome. So I'm going to be using that program. So I'm not going to be talking for a little while. I'm just going to be talking about makeup for a second because I'm going to be doing my makeup. Anyhow, it's super messy and I don't want to like totally mess up my entire living room. But I actually have to look into the camera to do it. Wow, I'm surprised it didn't leak on me. It just got on one of my fingers. Yeah, it didn't really leak on me. probably look into it properly. Oh my god, 20/20 vision. Should let it dry too before I do anything. Hi, Tommy. That way, so it's not super dirty. But that's the one thing that I don't like about this makeup is that when you touch things, if it's still, not completely dry, it dries fast, but if you touch things and it's not completely dry, it gets everywhere. Hi, Michael Fields. I'm putting on my Fenty Beauty, the foundation from Rihanna. I'm going to put Trophy Wife on. I haven't tried putting it on my eyes instead of as a highlighter. I thought about trying that too, but I don't have like fake lashes to put on today because I don't like fake lashes. Hi, Kareem. How's it going? I'm going to put this CoverGirl stuff. That's the thing I forgot. I have to buy this it's not a contouring palette, but something that you put under your eyes, because as you can see, I have like bags under my eyes. That's just for being up really, really late at night, but it's also like, I think it's a genetic problem where you have like thin skin under your eyes, and it gives the appearance of bags and stuff. Just because you have thin skin under your eyes. So this is gonna sound bad, but this is just me, Monique, as like the frugal person talking. So there's this company in Canada called Sears. It's kind of like Marshall's, kind of like a department store, but you can buy like clothing and like housewares and like materials and all that stuff. And then there's like Maytag guys that work through there too, and who like clean your furnace and fix your kitchen and all that, like repairmen and like automotive station kind of things too. Anyhow, so that company is now out of business, so they're liquidating every store in Canada. And at first I was really sad because it means that people are losing their job, right? And, it's not a good thing at all. But then after like maybe a week later, I was like, oh my god, you know what this means? It means sales. It means you can go into the store and buy everything. And this is why I do not have more than one credit card. Because if I did, I would buy the whole store. I would buy the whole store. So yeah, I was like, that is not a good thing to have to do. Hold on, I don't want to do this without glasses on. You can't even see my eyelashes are like really small, and it's weird. I don't know. Let me look in a mirror. I used to have this really nice Revlon one. I think this one's by Tarte. It's an eyelash curler. Hi everybody who's new, who's in here. I'm going to put the link to my YouTube channel back in so you can see it. And like I said, I'm going to be putting a new video up today. And I haven't been on YouNow for a long time. Usually I'm on YouNow every single day, but I just haven't been on for a while. Okay. I want to wear something cool today. I'm going to use this palette because it's got some really amazing colors. I think I'm going to wear black on my eyes today. Just because it's cool. Or at least I find it cool. I don't know if I'm gonna, maybe I'll put like bronzer or something on. Although I don't need to be any bronzer than I already had. That was a bad joke. Right. That was a bad joke. So the first time I wear this stuff, this is what it looks like inside. It looks like gold, right? So I didn't understand that you just need like a couple dabs of it, like that, and that's it. I don't know, it's weird. That's how I put it on, so I can see my cheekbones. Anyhow, I like it. I'm gonna put something on my eyes, though. Usually I wear the MAC paint pot just because, like, it makes eyeshadows and stuff better. Like, you can see it better on my eyes. But I don't really feel like wearing it today. It's kind of, like, creamish. I'm gonna put this Urban Decay one that I have on, but it has to, like, dry, which really sucks. I don't like the feeling of it. And that's what it looks like. I don't like it, but I'll put it on. And I'm just gonna put a little, like, it has this weird wand. Look at that. It looks like pasty. And I'll just, like, put on some and then, like, put it on with my fingers or something. If you saw the MAC paint pot, you'd be like, what the heck is this stuff? I have to get my eyebrows done too. I thought about getting them bladed, but I'm kind of scared. I don't want anybody with like anything sharp near my eyes. I've had my eyebrows threaded before and my face threaded before, and the girl cut me. And she didn't do it on purpose, obviously, but you know, it was not a good experience. And when you get cut through threading, it's not like, you know, they're slashing your throat or something. It's like tiny little cuts, like almost like taking a razor blade to your face and just cut, 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 cut. Hi, your flavor. How's it going? Hi, all these people who are in here. Michael, Kareem, Anonymous YouNow. I was just putting this like primer potion. This is the one that I normally use if I'm going out. It's from the MAC. It's like soft ochre. That's what it looks like inside. That's what I normally use. And it is seriously like paste. And then this is kind of like a watery thing from Urban Decay. I think this is good for people who have lighter skin. Like, you can't really tell. It's a little bit brighter. But I think that it's just like, because things show up a little bit better with lighter skin. Like, colors pop a little bit better for lighter skin when you use that. That's all I mean. Anyhow, I'm looking for a special brush that I have. There it is. Yay! I don't know what this one is. It's an e.l.f. brush. It's a blending brush. And there's a MAC brush. Oh, I forgot to say the highlighting brush is $159. don't think a lot of people really care what you use for a brush. Not unless you're like a super makeup guru person. I don't know which one. So I'm going to use this, but I don't know which one I want to use. I'm going to put on something super, super bright. Maybe I should put on Shy. I thought about putting a pink one on, but I don't know. I should have used like something that had a bigger mirror. I don't even know where I threw that brush. Where the hell did I drop it? Oh, there. It's against my leg. I'm so glad it's the weekend. Can you imagine what the work week would be like if you didn't have a weekend? That'd be insane. Okay, so what am I going to put on now? I don't want to put some of the stuff that's like super, super hard. Like I noticed that a lot of the like really, really bright colors are hard to use because they don't stick. It's a little weird. can't believe this movie, Dune, came out in like the 80s. It's kind of weird. I remember this movie coming out. I'm gonna like stare at myself here for a second. Hey Kareem. What's up? I'm good. I'm staring at my eyes. I don't wanna like... It's weird. I'm having a weird Sunday. I'm trying to rest until like 4 o'clock because that's when I actually have to like do the last of my writing. And I have to edit some pictures and stuff. I don't know. Too bad I don't have like real chapstick. I don't know where that. That one's really dark. Hi, haha. Hi, Johns. Hi, Thomas. What's up, people? Wow, I didn't realize that sound was so loud. Hi, Nico. What's going on? Thank you for the smiles. Thank you for the likes. Hi, Gregory. Hello. How's it going? Hi, dude. As I was saying, I found the Barbie. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching one of those really old movies from like the 1980s, the sci-fi movie called Dune. I remember reading that book. It was, I think, one of the longest books that I've ever read. Gotta go to the Fenty Beauty ad after I put her makeup on. I think it's nice. These aren't fake lashes that she's wearing in this picture. I love pictures like this that are up close of your face because you can see exactly how the photographer did it. I guess you could also go in Photoshop and put, you know, light on somebody's face, right? I like Rihanna's lips. I like how, like, the top lip looks a little bit different, but yeah. I have to work out today. Okay, what you doing today? It's Sunday here. I gotta get my hair done soon. I don't want to. But yeah, it's gonna cover my fro. And then I'm gonna get it braided like how my avatar up there looks like. I'm gonna look like that again. Oh no, it's my transformation time, where I look a lot different before Christmas. It happens every year. And just stay out of the sun longer, get your hair done more often, keep it in. Look, there's another one for Sephora. It's like my favorite store. I'm not even reading it right now. I just want to look at it. This is a good example too, like photography, where she's just standing in front of like a gray screen and it's a color picture that they've turned black and white, but you can tell there's a beauty dish. If you look in her eyes, you can see there's 2 little white dots or 3 white dots, and those are the lights that the cameraman is using. So they're obviously using a light over here, a light over here, and then one right here, and the camera is right here. So that's how they took that picture. And then they said, turn your head and go like this. And she went. What? Oh, okay, have something to eat, don't pass out, have food. It was weird. The other day I was so hungry and I was like, I don't know where I was. Oh, that was the blue serum that I tried. It was actually really good. This stuff for like tightening your skin. I tried it actually last week. It was really good. Normally I don't try stuff that's right out of magazines. Ooh, let's see what the Juicy Couture thing smells like. Ooh, I don't like it. It stinks. That's the one I was trying. Well, it doesn't stink, but I don't like it. Oh, look at all those purses. Here's a really ugly one for $500. This is cute, but it's $3,000. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the green one at the end. It's $3,000. It looks like headphones. I also like this one. It's a calfskin bag, but it's like $1,000, and I would never buy a bag that was $3,000. Alexander Wang. Oh, here's a Simon Miller one. That looks like it's more in my line. $850 for a handbag. Oh my god, look at these fur coats. Look at these fur coats. I love fur coats, I'm sorry. Hi, Houston. Wow, there's a Helmut Lang one that's only $900. It's not real fur, so don't get all uppity. It's like faux fur. Some of them are rabbit fur, lambskin, and some of them are fake fur. Oh, that's cute. I like her pants more than the jacket. But yeah, I have to work out. And I've got to do some cleaning today, too. God, I love this girl's skin. I love how smooth and nice her skin is. It's so dark and everything. It's so pretty. So this is the makeup, and I don't usually say stuff like this, but this is the makeup that in the powder form, there was a big scandal because it like turned black people's skin black, as in charcoal, like the color black, not brown. That's the makeup in the powder form. And it's true, I tried it and it turned my skin black in one section. I was like, what's going on? So I put more and more on, and then I had like a section of my face that, I don't know, maybe it was just I'm having like an allergic reaction to it or something. It's weird. I have to get off here. I haven't been on YouNow for a little while, so I just wanted to do a broadcast to talk about, what is this? Our Saint of Rational Self-Interest, Michael Bloomberg. In Elle magazine. Basically, She magazine. You know? Anyhow. Well, that's creepy. It's a picture of Rihanna and it makes her head look like she's floating. Like her head's floating on something. Anyhow, lots of very nice photography. I will go through it properly later, but I still have to go through my other Elle magazine and everything. I'm washing clothes and that's what that sound is. It's so loud. It's supposed to be one of those like quiet machines too, but it's like super, super loud. Anyways, thank you to whoever gave me the likes. I will be on YouTube tonight as well. And I'll be back on here. Oh, okay. Well, I have to get out of here soon. I have to actually get on the treadmill. It was getting cold before. Oh, I don't like this sweater. It's like, it's a bench sweater. I love it actually, but right now I just want to wear something comfy. I've got to think of what I'm going to do for Halloween. I've started eating candy, and it's horrible. We had a customer appreciation day at the newspaper, and so lots of people came in, but they had these like, I don't know what they're called. They're like sweets that look like bread, but they've got caramel in it and nuts and stuff like that. I only ate half of a chocolate one because that was the only one that I could really eat, and I tried to eat like half of another one which had caramel in it, and I took a bite out of it and it like hurt my teeth, as in like the sugar. I was sensitive to sugar. It was crazy. I was just like, oh, it's so rich, I can't eat it. It was weird. Like, what kind of a letdown is that you can't eat candy? And that's a total letdown. Anyhow, can you imagine? Poor kid collecting all that candy at the holidays, only to find out that you can't eat it. That reminds me, I have to clean up my camera. It's almost the end of the movie. I haven't actually been actively watching it. Oh, like 2 weeks ago? I have to go back on November 3rd, I think it is, or 5th, to go see him. I have cavities in between my teeth at the front, so it could be that, but I don't think it is. I think it's just I don't eat sugar anymore, so it's just like I can't eat sugar now. Like, I don't eat sugar regularly, like as much as I used to, so when I do eat sugar, it just makes me really tired too. Someone keeps asking me out to lunch with like a group of people, and I keep turning them down just because like I used to go out to lunch with them, and what happens is they go to this restaurant where it's like really huge meals, like something that you cannot finish, and usually we go out to lunch, right? Not dinner. So if it's lunch, you have to go back to work, and I need to be focused, and I cannot focus after eating a big meal. It's just too much food. Like, can you imagine if you had steak at lunch and it's just like, oh my god, you're eating this, and I don't know, it just makes me seriously tired, and by the time I get back to work, my stomach is so full and I'm just like you know, you want to go to sleep, so I don't go out. Yeah, it's weird. If I have like a really big hot lunch, I'm just like wasted for like 2 hours, and then it's like at 3 o'clock I just wake up again and I'm like, oh it's productivity time again. So that's why I don't go to that. Or if I do go to something like that, I'll have salad. What's the name? I met a really cool guy the other day. So sometimes I take pictures of people who are like crossing Canada, and there's this Frenchman. I think his name was Guy Amalfitano. Sounds like an Italian name. Guy is French, obviously, but he's from France. So we're in Canada, and he's running across Canada in honor of Terry Fox. I don't know if you know Terry Fox. He was like a teenager in Canada in the 80s who was trying to raise money for cancer research for kids in Canada. And what happened is he was doing something called a Marathon of Hope, where he was traveling across Canada, and he had his leg amputated. And so he has like a really iconic photo of him running across Canada on one leg and basically hopping to run, right? And so it was really inspirational to a whole bunch of people, but what happened was they found that the cancer had spread to his lungs and everything, and he died. So this guy from France, who was like a Paralympian, like Olympic athlete, who went to Albertville, who went to Calgary, who went to Innsbruck, all of those Olympics. So he did like a Tour of France, kind of like the Tour de France, but not on a bike. He did like a running Tour of France, and then he decided after seeing Terry Fox in the hospital while he was getting chemotherapy that he was going to run across Canada. And when I met him, he was almost finished. He was going through Alberta, and he needs to get to like Vancouver, British Columbia. So he's probably almost at British Columbia now, because he's got like a support vehicle and he wasn't stopping. Hi King C8571. Anyhow, so it was really cool, and we did the interview in French, which is weird because I don't normally speak French to strangers, but I mean, French is my first language, so it was okay. But anyhow, and then I was just like really shocked that he's doing that, because now it's turning to winter in Canada. People are usually finished those types of things by now, because like the end of October it's snowing, like seriously heavy snow. Oh look, the movie's almost done. I always love their outfits in this movie. I thought, who in the world came up with all the casting for the outfits? One good thing that's happening at the end of the month, oh, I shouldn't really say a good thing, but my dad is going to Antigua, so that's good. Their area wasn't hurt too bad by that storm. Should take a selfie or something. Oops. Wow, it snows. Love to see that. What do you mean it snows? Of course it snows. It's Canada. It snows all over Canada, even in BC. BC is like British Columbia, the far, far west part of the country. Even there it snows, but it's like, maybe a couple days and that's it. I'm glad we don't live in Eastern Canada, just because like the snow there is incredible. You never seen snow before? For real? I'm trying to see if I have any snow pictures. It snowed one day last week. It was weird. So it like sprinkled where I am, but where I work, it snowed so bad that the highway was closed. Like the highway that goes across Canada, the Trans Canada. It snowed, and it like, it was so bad that they closed the highway. I was really surprised at that. Oops. I'm trying to see. I think someone's trying to call me, and it's just so aggravating. Somebody called me in the middle of the night the other day, and I was so angry because I was like, I don't get like good night's sleep very often. This is when it snowed that one day, so it's just a little bit of snow. You can see there's no snow on the road, but there's snow on my car. Oh, it's rare? Oh, okay. So right now I'm attributing it to global warming. When I was a kid here, it snowed probably like 7 months out of the year. And now it hasn't snowed yet until like it's October now. Normally it snows right now at the end of the month. And then it snows all the way through until April. But I think it's because of global warming that it hasn't snowed too much. So people think it's mild, and I think they've forgotten what it was like. But I'm sure that, it's going to snow one really, really big snowfall. Like a couple years ago, it was so bad that you couldn't drive down the highway. They closed the highway last week for that one area. It didn't look that bad, but what is like they treat the roads, and if they don't have enough time to treat the roads and get like snow plows out and everything, there's no point in driving, right? Oh, you're in the States, right? You're probably in like the southern states where it's warm. I don't mind the snow. I actually like it. It allows you to do things like hockey and skate and cross-country ski and stuff. And it's nice. You can have hot chocolate. When I was a kid, we used to go out to like the cabins and stuff, or you go like winter camping. I know that sounds crazy, but it's cool. You can like live in a teepee and then like have a fire and, have roasted marshmallows with the snow around you. And it looks really nice at night too. Anyhow, yeah. Oh, the movie is over. It's the part where they're like, Moadim, I don't know if you've ever seen that or read the book, Dune. They did a movie a couple years ago called, like, The Children of Dune, and that was okay. It ends with, like, it raining or something on Arrakis, which is, like, a desert planet. Anyhow, it was a really good movie. And I'm going to end this YouNow broadcast because it's been an hour already. But I'll probably be on later on today, too. I have to wash the rest of my clothes and clean up and rearrange a bunch of stuff and all that. Thank you to everybody that gave me likes. Please go visit my YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm going to have a new video up, probably a social media video. I like to know what people want to see, but I'm probably going to do a video on Snapchat again, or I'm going to do a video on like how to do Facebook Live and stuff like that. Okay, peace. Oh, I almost forgot. Bye.